Proper installation of Titan weather-resistive drainage wrap for residential and light commercial construction is critical to reducing potential water intrusion and for maximizing energy efficiency. The following installation tutorial describes best practices for optimal installation. Products shown in this tutorial required for the installation of TitanDrainageWrap include TitanDrainageWrap, Titan Seam Tape, Arctic Flash Synthetic Flashing, Home Guard Polymer Sealant, 1-inch plastic cap fasteners, and crown staples with a minimum 15/16 dimension. Please note, asphalt flashing products should never be used with Titan wrap. This tutorial describes the proper procedures for installing TitanDrainageWrap first, followed by the installation of windows with an integral flange. Contact AUX for alternative installation conditions. Under adverse weather conditions, to ensure optimal adhesion, consideration must be given to the proper preparation of substrates such as sheathing and framing. A primer may be required for some substrates. Titan wrap installs horizontally in weatherboard fashion, starting at the bottom of the structure, working to the top, with each successive course overlapping the previous course. Begin at ground level at one end of the wall. Place the roll of Titan wrap horizontally and roll out the first course evenly, covering all rough window and door openings. Always attach the wrap so that it's tight and flat. Fasten Titan wrap securely to the exterior wall with appropriate fasteners. Two types of fasteners are used to install Titan wrap. Where no seam tape or flashing will be installed, such as around windows, you must use plastic cap fasteners. These fasteners create a gasket around fastener penetrations, helping to prevent moisture intrusion. Where seam tape or flashing will be installed, minimum 15/16 crown staples that penetrate studs are acceptable. Plastic cap fasteners should be spaced every 12 to 18 inches on center and fastened into studs. Titan wrap features printed fastener guide marks every 8 inches to help locate studs. Directly above windows and doors, approximately 9 inches, do not fasten Titan wrap, as this area of the wrap will be lifted away from the structure temporarily when installing windows and doors. Install the next course of Titan wrap, overlapping this course over the first course horizontally by 6 inches. All horizontal and vertical seams must be overlapped a minimum of 6 inches. The only exception is at corners. Here, you must overlap seams a minimum of 12 inches. When wrapping around corners, it's important that Titan wrap is pulled tightly and properly fastened. All seams, both horizontal and vertical, must be taped using Titan Seam Tape. Also, apply Titan Seam Tape over any tears or punctures that may have occurred during installation. Center the seam tape on the seam and use a 4-inch by 3-inch squeegee, J-roller, or tape gun to ensure complete adhesion of the tape to Titan wrap. Titan wrap must be installed across the entire face of the structure, including beneath overhanging roofs. Titan wrap must extend to the very top of the structure to eaves and gables. Cut Titan wrap to fit around any rafter tails. At the rough opening, at the top or head of the opening, using a sharp utility knife, make a horizontal cut the width of the opening. Then, cut an inverted Y in the opening. Tightly wrap flaps to the inside of the opening over the sill and jambs, and fasten with staples. At the top of the window opening, make cuts at 45 degrees at the corners, extending upward to 9 inches above the head of the opening to create a flap. Lift this flap upward, exposing the sheathing, and tape the flap open temporarily. For the installation of Arctic Flash synthetic flashing tape, use a 4-inch by 3-inch squeegee or J-roller to ensure full adhesion. Measure a strip of Arctic Flash synthetic flashing tape to flash directly beneath the sill. This strip of flashing should be the width of the sill, plus twice the flashing tape width. Center the tape with the center of the opening. Remove the release paper and press the flashing in place so that the top edge of the flashing is level with the top of the sill. For added protection at the sill, an area especially vulnerable to moisture penetration, you can also flash the sill surface. To do so, measure a strip of Arctic Flash synthetic flashing tape. Again, the width of the sill plus twice the flashing tape width. Arctic Flash flashing tape comes in widths of 4, 6, and 9 inches. Be sure that the Arctic Flash tape covers the entire surface of the sill and can wrap to the outer surface of the opening. Center the tape with the center of the opening. Remove the release paper and press the sill flashing in place on the top of the sill and extending up the sides of the jambs. Cut 45-degree angle slits in the flashing at the sill corners and firmly wrap and adhere the flashing to the outer wall surface. Next, prepare windows for installation by applying a continuous 3/8-inch bead of Home Guard polymer sealant to the back side or interior side of the window's mounting flange. Place the window into the opening and finish installation of the window according to the window manufacturer's instructions. Prior to installing jamb flashing, be sure to wipe down the window jamb flange and adjacent TitanDrainageWrap with a clean rag to ensure proper adhesion. Cut 2 strips of flashing long enough to extend beyond the sill flashing and 2 inches below the top of where the head flashing will terminate. Remove the release paper and align the flashing flush against the window frame with the adhesive strip covering the entire window flange. Follow the same procedure for the other side of the window. Prior to installing head flashing, be sure to wipe down the window head flange and adjacent TitanDrainageWrap with a clean rag to ensure proper adhesion. Cut a piece of flashing long enough to ensure that the head flashing extends a minimum 1 inch beyond the jamb flashing. Install the head flashing by pressing firmly in place in one direction to prevent voids. Finally, allow the flap of the Titan weather-resistant barrier at the head to lay flat over the head flashing. Apply new pieces of Titan seam tape over the entire diagonal cut made in the weather-resistant barrier and press firmly in place. Following these procedures will ensure an expert installation of Titan weather-resistant drainage wrap, which in turn will ensure a structure that is better guarded against moisture and air infiltration. For product information and installation instruction downloads, visit oxengineeredproducts.com.